Marlington Dukes. Head coach, Cody Jones. Assistant coaches, Mike Mitchell Ray, Scott Gabel, and Mark Griggs. The Duke starters, number 23, the shortstop, Tyler Walder. The third baseman, number 17, Logan Smith. The pitcher, number 33, Brock Woods. At second base, number 9, Matthew Baldwin. In left field, number 22, Caden Craddock. Catching, number 4, Lucas Williamson. The designated hitter is number 1, Ben Warner. In right field, number 8, Landon Hawthorne. In center field, number 15, Cole Jones. And at first base, number 3, Xavier Woods. Now for your host aviators. Head coach, Jeff Graffis. Assistant coaches, Brad King, Nate Morrison, Phil Yarian, and Aaron Long. Your aviator starters. Number 11, playing second base, D'Angelo Fisk. In left field, number 6, KB, Cam Burton. Catching, number 1, Bo Davis. In center field, number 0, Lincoln Reese. At shortstop, number 30, Charlie Eakey. At first base, number 14, Jackson Ganny. At third base, number 10, Parker Woods. The designated hitter, number 13, Gage Lyons. And he's hitting for the pitcher, number 12, Brody Bagera. And in right field, number 2, Trevon Wilkes. Now, if you would please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs the point. And it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable!
Rivalry week continues now down south in Stark County. On the campus of Alliance High School, this is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Today's matchup, the Backyard Brawl, features the 13-5 Alliance Aviators and 11-4 Marlington Dukes. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee and Cooper Fontaine on the call for you this afternoon, live from Alliance High School. Coach Graff is up here. He's fired up, or he's just happy to see you.
Well, I mean, how can you not be fired up? It's the Backyard Brawl. This is a tale as old as time for these two teams. I mean, looking back at it, in the boys' sports, it's kind of been a battle during soccer. Marlington got the best of the Aviators, but football, the Aviators struck back, and basketball, they've continued to bring the heat, as the Aviators are one of the best teams in Stark County. And I think baseball, this is definitely one that we've been anticipating. You've kind of been seeing it, the story written on social media. I know we saw in that post-game Marlington interview, Marlington is here.
And the man who said that, Brock Woods, he is on the mound today for the Marlington Dukes, and his counterpart, Bugs Brody Bugera.
I mean, it's just going to be such a fun game. I mean, you can feel it building. The Backyard Brawl, this is what it's all about. I mean, relatively speaking, this is small-town Ohio, and it really is a backyard brawl. Crosstown rivalry. It's what you love to see in high school sports.
These schools are separated by less than 15 minutes, and a good sign of sportsmanship on the far side. Cody Jones, Parker Woods' old head coach, gives him a handshake beforehand and says good luck.
And that's something that we talked about even during soccer season. No bad blood between Parker Woods and the Marlington coaching staff, either in terms of soccer, baseball, or basketball.
First pitch today will fly in at 4:56 for a ball. At the top today for Marlington, it's Walder, Smith, and Woods. A really strong Marlington lineup this season. So far, 11-4. And the losses that they have suffered, Cooper, by 3, by 1, by 2, and by 4. Close games.
I was going to say, all close games.
The 2-0, there is strike one. But Tyler Walder entering play today, batting .277. Entered the season as a top 25 up-and-coming freshman according to PBR Ohio. So a really big talent for the Marlington Dukes, and he is still disinterested.
And honestly, can you blame him? He's got 3 balls right now, and I think this is how you want to start: patience and good vision.
And the 3-1 will swing him out for ball 4. The leadoff man aboard for the Marlington Dukes, and for Brody Bugera, that'll be walk number 18 surrender this year. Now a 20K to 18 walk ratio. If Alliance is to win today, that needs to stay positive in favor of the strikeouts.
Yeah, absolutely. And one other stat that I do want to bring up, you look at that loss to Minerva, not a great game, as I believe in terms of the Aviators pitching staff, there were 5 hit by pitches, which is just absolutely not what you want to see.
I got one worse for you on Sunday. Game 1, KSU Tusk, Wright State Lake. We saw 8 hit by pitches.
Oh, my word.
3 walks, 1 error, 12 free passes. And that, for all intents and purposes, knocked them out of playoff contention. So, of course, that Minerva game, a smaller scale in comparison to that, but the same exact issue. You cannot give up free passes today against a Marlington team who, if they get the win today, forces a winner takes the conference game tomorrow.
Which, as much as I would be interested to see that, if you're an Aviators fan like myself, you just want to see him clinch it and get it under control in this game.
And now time is called here for Bugera, as he is going to have a talking deal by Coach Graffis.
And, you know, I can just feel some intense words of probably motivation and maybe also a little bit of tough love there from Coach Graff.
He might appear to be an angry giant, but most times he is not.
Even when he's angry, it's an angry smile on his face.
And we could definitely see it from right here. But a 3-0 count on Logan Smith, the third baseman. He has been amazing this year, batting .482, and the last time we saw him, he did not have an extra base hit. Now he has 3, all doubles. And the 3-0 misses high for ball 4. It's back-to-back walks. And now that'll give Brock Woods a chance to do his thing. One of the biggest talkers on this roster. He has backed it up many times this season. The question is, will he be able to do that here?
Right now, while the sky might be a little dull, the lights are the brightest. The Dukes have to win if they want to force a winner-takes-all game. Like you said, is a big moment for him.
You and I both know just how important this game is going to be for both parties.
Especially when you've had such a strong Alliance team in past years that just hasn't been able to win the EBC.
And the 0-1 will miss wide. So it just continues right here. And this is a really, really tough spot to be in general for Alliance. You put Woods on, you're thinking bases loaded, no one down. You're going to have to find someone to respond. My question is, how do you get that done?
I mean, it's very stressful, and like you said, with 0 outs, that's just not the position that you want to be in.
And there is ball 4, so the bases are loaded.
Now batting number 9, Matthew Baldwin.
So what a time right now for the Marlington Dukes. Bases loaded, no one down.
Yeah, this is definitely a pretty big predicament, and you talk about starting the game off like this, the Aviators have to recover.
And still no. So 1-0 the count. 9 straight balls right now. I mean, this is incredible. That one will find the zone. And as things stand, Cooper, do you swing anytime soon?
I mean, you can't. Like we hear. Oh, swing there, fouled off way back over the net. But, I mean, as things stand, just before this 9 straight pitches, I mean, the way it's looking, you're not going to need to swing. I would say try to refrain, but Brody Bagheera, we'll see how he can recover after that. Ooh,
again, fouled away.
Another one fouled off. So the Dukes want a piece of it here.
They just need to find a way to get it done. And he'll get back to work as there is a ball. I mean, right now, again, what do you do?
If you're Brody Bagheera, you have to get back into rhythm somehow. I mean, 9 straight balls is definitely going to be a big hit. And, well, there's 2 straight for him. And he just has to find his rhythm. Again, that's the biggest thing. And that's something that the Aviators have kind of struggled to do from time to time throughout the season, despite all the victories.
And, of course, those early victories were so big for them. And there is strike 3, a big first out. Absolutely needed that one to go in his favor.
Yeah, it couldn't have come at a more pivotal time. I'm able to deliver a clutch strikeout there for his first of the day.
So 1 down now.
There it is.
There's strike 1. You're absolutely right. Needs some way to get back in. The 0-1, a grounder up the middle. This could be 2. They get the out at 2, but not at 1. Marlington will score.
Marlington strikes first in the first. Dukes up 1-0. If you're the Aviators, this is not the position that you want to be in to start the game. Now, even though you have 2 down, you still have runners at the corners. And Lucas Williamson, a 250 batter, not bad at all. And he has another chance to get some damage done here and extend the Dukes' lead.
And there is ball 1 high. Again, Marlington up 1-0. Can they keep it going? That's the big question right now. And again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties. And that pitch, I believe, will be called a strike.
No, they called that a ball. So there it is, 2-0 in the count right now. Brody Bagheera, again, finds himself trying to work his way back into this one. Almost threw back, but not quite there. Brody Bagheera, the 2-0. Swung on, hit high. Charles Eakey calling it off there, and that'll be 3. Nice job by the Aviators, able to try and get worked their way out of that one. Brody Bagheera not happy with his performance, but at the end of the day, we are moving to the bottom of the first here in A-Town.
Welcome back to Alliance High School. We do apologize for our technical difficulties. We should be good to go now. So bottom of the first inning, 1-0 your score. Marlington scoring in the top of the inning courtesy of a fielder's choice. And there is a first pitch ball to D'Angelo Fisk. But it was Craddock who was able to bring in 1 run on the fielder's choice RBI. And as things stand, Alliance, it might not seem on paper like that much of a mountain to climb. But still, just based on how this game started, could be at least a little bit of one. But right now, 3-0 count, 3 straight balls from Brock Woods. And that's not what the doctor ordered here. If this is going to be a free pass battle, this game could end in a very interesting scoreline. But Woods able to reconvene and find the zone for strike 1. Brock Woods entering play today, a 4.36 ERA. And Fisk will take this one into right field, and it is going to be caught. Hawthorne able to track it down before it could fall for out number 1. And a big first out at that for the Marlington Duke defense.
KB Cam Burton.
I mean, that was a really, really good swing, all things considered. Just in the end, didn't get down in the right spot. And now here comes Cam Burton. Cooper, thank you again for running out and grabbing our backup internet.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm just happy to be out here helping. I feel like I did a pretty good job closing out the top of the first there, and then that one's fouled off. But yeah, hopefully we can get those technical difficulties out of the way.
Hopefully that'll be the one and only hiccup today, which, again, Cooper, we can't have nice things for a reason, so we'll see how much that is accurate.
There's always something.
Always something. And now 1-2 on Cam Burton. But looking at that first inning with Bugera, what does he have to do to settle back in when we see him again?
Well, I think he's a little bit shaken up. I think he just needs to cool his nerves.
And KB has cooled his. It's a line drive falling in right center. And the Aviators have their first base hit of the day. And looking at the scoreboard, overall, that is the first hit today. Just shows how obscure that first inning was.
Yeah, that was just really weird. I mean, just to watch. But you talk about KB cooling his nerves. I had a discussion with the other KB, Kendall Brown. She had a fantastic game against Waterloo as she was able to win the game and get it to the run rule. And she said that her strategy and what made her play so well was she made herself a little isolation corner in the dugout to keep herself calm. I think, just doing things to get yourself in a repeatable routine and cooling down, help you figure it out. I think that's the way to go.
Mentality is everything in athletics, and I'm sure on your end, Cooper, you know that very well.
Yeah, and obviously it's different for every single person in every sport. As a distance runner, there's things that I do, but, I think that's the beauty of it.
And the beauty of it right now for the Aviators is it's a 3-0 count on Bo Davis, and you have arguably your best hitter in the on-deck circle.
And I can't say I blame them for walking Bo, but with Lincoln up next, I think it just becomes a game of how many people are going to get walked today.
As of right now, the answer remains 0 from Brock Woods.
Right. I really meant in total. But
now that one could be north of 10, depending on how this one plays out. The 3-1 tie for ball 4, and there is his first walk surrender today. It is a free pass party in the backyard brawl.
Is that our 4th today? I mean, that is...
Yes. There is no VIP list for this party.
4 walks in 1 inning. So far, I mean, we're still going.
This is where Lincoln Reese can leave his mark on the backyard brawl one final time. Well, of course, before tomorrow, but a .463 average, 17 RBIs, 6 doubles, 3 triples. He has been that guy in the 4th spot all year. And we've kind of debated back and forth. Is he the best hitter in the lineup? I think the average speaks for itself this far into the year. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think he's one of the best hitters in Stark County. I mean, he is fantastic, and to have him and Bo Davis in the same lineup speaks volumes about this team.
One of the best hitters in Stark County, you say. He delivers a massive strike. Burton will turn from 3 and will score. It's an RBI single for, as you said, the best hitter in Stark County. We are tied at 1. I think the debate may have just been solved.
I mean, that is... We do a lot of things here on SmeeSports, but what we do, I think, a little too often, we speak things into existence just like that. You know, Lincoln had to have been listening to me. That's what it was. There's no other explanation. I mean, that was just a beauty of a hit right over the shoulder and kept it in play. KB scores, tie game.
Is Cooper Fontaine the hitter whisperer?
That would be amazing.
You might be right now. But an 0-1 count on Charlie Icky, a .296 average entering play today. And you go back a couple of weeks ago to that Carrollton win. He was the one who walked it off in the 10th. A strong pullback there from Charlie Icky. And as we've said, it's not an EBC game without at least one bunt attempt or at least one shown bunt.
Of course. I mean, especially Alliance is just a team that loves to bring out the small ball.
And I think they will as long as they can. Kind of 1-2 on Charlie Icky. After Icky, it turns to Jackson Ganny. The last time we saw Alliance, though, in the conference, they played at 11 against Minerva. This team can hit. The 1-2, Icky. A chopper over towards short. Walder will charge. Throws to 1. It's on the money for out number 2. An excellent job by the standout freshman.
Now batting number 14.
And you could tell based on that arm slot, he as well is a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it's just slung it right in there. That motion, I mean, you can tell. But right now, Jackson Ganny has an opportunity to take the lead, or rather, advance now because they're both tied. But, you know, he has Bo Davis 90 feet from home. He has a big opportunity.
And Lincoln Reese 180. Ganny's on it, fouling it away. Count 0-1 on the sophomore first baseman. And then after him, for the first time this year, baseball-wise, we will see what Parker Woods can do against his former side. Did not have an opportunity for a put-out back in the top of the inning. And he might have to wait. It's an 0-2 count on Jackson Ganny. Right now, both sides, they have the same exact goal going forward. Limit the mistakes. And we'll see how many mistakes have to be limited going forward for both teams, depending on the score. The 0-2 left tie, which I would agree with that pitch from Brock Woods. That's not a spot that you go out there and give Jackson Ganny the world, considering how he has been hitting lately, now up to .244 on the season. Count 1-2 on the first baseman. And Woods will strike him out. The side is retired. First punchy today for the senior commit to Marietta, and the inning is over. Alliance, courtesy of Lincoln Reese, able to respond, though, after a rocky start defensively. Through 1 at Alliance High School. 1-1 your score in the backyard brawl. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center
There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome back to Alliance High School, top of the second inning. Warner, Hawthorne, and Jones, 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Marlington Dukes. The last time we saw them, the first three batters faced, all walked. Then a strikeout, Baldwin. He went down looking. Fielder short's RBI for Craddock. Ground out for Williamson. 3 runners to begin. Only 1 run to show for it. The first pitch this inning wide for ball 1. And the question is for Bugera, how much of a leash does he have in the second inning?
And, I think of all people, Coach Morrison has a great grip on his pitching staff, and he knows if a change needs to happen, it will be made. And so far, obviously, he's not taken Bugera out the game. He's only pitched 1 inning, but still a lot of small issues. I think the biggest one, of course, being the walks. Just inconsistency, finding the zone, and I think that's just something that has to get under control.
We talked about him keeping a positive strikeout to walk ratio. That strikeout that he had gets it right back to up by 1 in the strikeout department. Pop up as Iki is able to track it down easily for out number 1. And it looks like KB out in left field lost his head and glasses in the process. Back-to-back putouts for Iki, spanning back to last inning. He is finding his defensive rhythm in maybe the biggest game of the year so far for Alliance, as once again, if you win today, you win the conference.
Yeah, and Charlie Iki, he's another one of those players that has been really pivotal on defense for the Aviators. You've seen him and Parker Woods kind of go back and forth between that short and third base position, but I think Iki has really found his place in the lineup at shortstop.
And he will try to continue doing that, and Sammy Bugera on the mound, who is settling in nicely in the second. An 0-2 count here on Hawthorne. Bugera right back to work, forces the pop-up again off towards the left side. As he said, they go back and forth. This time it's Parker Woods, his first play against his former side.
Now batting.
A routine play, but he wanted that one.
Yeah, well, and I also think that there's another thing that a Brody has to do to settle in is we hear it so often, and something that we talk about a lot, is having trust in your defense right there. 2 back-to-back outs just on pop flies. And you have to be able to trust that someone like Charles Iki or
Not
Parker
that time.
Woods, yeah, not that time. But
Cole Jones just put it right over his head into left center, and that is the first base hit today for Marlington.
see, now that time I jinxed it. The first time I spoke it into existence. The second time I jinxed it. But either way, I still think also short-term memory. You have something like that, you have to be able to forget it and continue to have trust in your defense.
So now here comes Walder, and the last time we saw him, a lot of disgusted looks at the pitches. A very patient hitter entering play today, has 8 RBIs, so if there's somebody with one swing of the bat who can do that damage for Marlington, it might be him, and of course, you cannot forget about Brock Woods. That time swings way over it. You're now at the point of the baseball season, though, that we're not trying to figure anything out anymore. It's, you know what these teams are. And I think for Bugera, if he can continue with that strikeout identity that we have seen at least over the past couple of games, which wasn't his identity at first, as that is reflected by the stats, he'll be in a good spot to get out of this inning and even out of this game potentially with the win. And right now for him, he just needs to keep it low, as a lot of these low pitches, there have been some heavy swings and misses. And, of course, part of that falls on Bo Davis. The 1-1 off the plate for ball 2. But you and I both agree you cannot have any more walks at least until the 4th inning, most likely. Even at that point, it's still going to potentially get you right back in that rhythm.
Yeah, you need to keep it to an absolute minimum. If you have a repeat of that top of the first for Alliance where you walk 3 batters and bases are instantly loaded, that just cannot happen. You can't continue to give them opportunities like that.
And there is ball 4. So as we mentioned, the walk returns.
Now batting number 17, Logan Smith.
But now the Dukes have a really good opportunity. Despite the 2 outs, they still have 2 runners on, 1 on first, 1 on second, and a fantastic batter up to bat in Logan Smith here.
Again, 42 on the year as he puts this one into left center field. KB goes to track it down and just gets it over his back shoulder to retire the side.
Lost his hat again, too, but you know what? You have to love the effort, able to make the play and get it done here to close out the top of the second.
Alliance's defense stands tall amid some adversity again in the second. To the bottom of the inning we go. Woods, Lyons, and Wilkes do up 7, 8, and 9 for the Aviators.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
We've seen him defensively, but now for the first time since transferring, we will see him offensively in baseball against the Marlington Dukes. A big spot right now for the junior transfer.
I mean, this is the time where you have to prove yourself. I mean, mostly just in baseball. We've seen what he can do on the court and on the soccer field, but right now I think is really his time to shine.
You want to play the game of Parker Woods' record against Marlington so far? 2-1. Of course, that loss came in soccer. Actually, except for the road basketball game, we were there at the other 2. So, and we'll be here today, but not tomorrow. So, for the most part, we'll see those Alliance-Marlington battles between Woods and, well, in this case, Woods on the mound, but in general, just his old school.
And that away basketball game was a real revenge game for him. I know he had a dunk. He had about 20 points and some change. So, we'll see what he can do tonight. That hit him.
Oh, wow. I didn't think that did.
Now batting.
Far from intentional, as
Yeah.
initially I think somebody yelled that ball through, which that was my first thought, which if you do that against your old team, you're not living that down.
Yeah, well, and so that's what I thought, and then I saw him throw the bat, start walking, and I heard Morrison down below go, hard 90. So, you know what? I think if you're Parker Woods, you'll take anything you can get right there.
Here comes the bunt attempt, and it's pulled back by Lyons, but no matter, it's still in the zone for strike 1.
Props to Gage for pulling it back in time, but it didn't matter as, like you said, it was a strike. So.
And again, he'll do it this time. It's in the dirt. A nice block from Williamson. And just looking at this entire Marlington defense, Brock Woods on the mound, Williamson behind the plate, Xavier Woods not batting today, but over at first. Baldwin's at second. Walter is at short. Smith at third. Left to right in the outfield, Craddock, Jones, and Hawthorne. The 1-1 to Lyons will miss high for ball 2. I'm not saying we will, as it just depends on Coach Jones's rotation, but if necessary, if you absolutely have to, you could bring on Xavier for an inning. I think, though, they are going to save him for tomorrow if they can. The 2-1 dips in. Count now even. Of course, Logan Smith also has thrown 25 innings, so it just depends. Who do you want to throw if you have the winner take all game tomorrow, or who do you want to throw to try and force it if you absolutely need to make that change, which for Brock Woods, I don't think he has any intention of leaving this game. And I don't blame him. On Alliance's end, I don't think Bugera, if he can settle it down, has any intention of leaving either.
Yeah, I mean, obviously both teams have a lot of skin in this game. Of course, it's the backyard brawl, and everyone wants to pitch that complete game and do their duty, but I have to say, I think if Brody Bugera can settle back in, this would be a huge accomplishment for him.
And I love that Logan Kuhn, one of our cameramen over on Marlington's side, has talked with Graffis this entire inning. Payoff pitch, fouled back. Have you noticed that just looking back?
Yeah, I've seen him
And there he is again!
Chatting it up over there.
They just continue to talk it out.
And with Graff, you can never tell if it's friendly, playful, maybe a little,
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I respect it. I love it. Again, the payoff pitch. This time it's in the dirt and behind Williamson. Woods could be thinking 3, but he'll stay put at 2. Back-to-back free passes, one the hard way, one the easy way. Here comes Trevin Wilkes, but regardless of what he does, you have to keep in mind in the on-deck circle that it's D'Angelo Fisk.
Yeah, well, and I think there's what always stands out to me about this Alliance roster, and of course a lot stands out to me. I'm an Alliance fan, but there's a whole lot of versatility here, and you have so many guys that can hit the ball well, and so many young guys that can hit the ball well too. Like we always talk about, that squad of 4 sophomores that they'll make that move up and down occasionally. Trevin Wilkes, Gage Lyons, Cohen Hendershot, and Jackson Ganny. I mean, 4 key pieces of this team, and right now, the man up to bat, Trevin Wilkes, has a pretty big opportunity with no outs in the bottom of the second to deal some damage on this tied game.
We saw him talk to Graff for a second. You and I are thinking the same exact thing here, I'm sure. 3-2-1, bunts. You're supposed to say bunt there, Cooper. You failed me.
Oh, I thought okay. I was like, what is he counting down for?
Everybody's expecting a bunt here.
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't see one, I'd be shocked. At the same time, though, I'm sure Marlington does expect it. So, well, what do you know? There it is. But pulled back for strike 1. It's like we've seen this Alliance team nearly 10 times, if not more, by now.
Really?
That gives pretty good insight as to what they're actually going to do as a team. Again, the bunt shown, this time pulled back. And I do like the crash here from Xavier Woods. Of course, your main play is going to go to 3. You want to get that lead runner, set up a double play ball to get you out of the inning. At the same time, though, if it's that left side, Brock has to be ready to crash, and second has to be ready to cover. He does have a play at 3. He gets it. That's how you want to execute that one. An athletic play there for Brock Woods. We'll watch it back on the replay. But I want to point out again what he did there. He looked initially to 3. I assume Xavier crashed down, so if he did, in that instance, Baldwin would have to be there coming in from second base, which I believe he was. So all the way around, you could tell this Marlington team, they have practiced their bunts quite often.
I mean, they know what's to come with playing these Stark County area teams, and in particular, the Alliance Aviators. I mean, this is Coach Graff's signature.
And now Fisk puts it up the middle into center field. Lions will get held up. The bases are now loaded, and that'll bring up Cam Burton.
I mean, D'Angelo Fisk, I mean, that was right over that second base. That was a beautiful shot down the middle. That's exactly what needed to happen, and now bases loaded. KB, a big opportunity here.
MLB The Show fans will call that one a perfect.
You know what's perfect for me? Listening to the fans singing Fetty Wap as
That's the dugout. Who are you kidding?
Everyone is singing Fetty Wap. Who doesn't like Fetty Wap? As KB steps up to bat, I mean,
I'm not going to make a comment on that one. Burton over towards second, through into right field. Lions will score. Wilkes will get held up. It's an RBI single for Cam Burton. Back-to-back base knocks, and just like that, the Aviators have their first lead in the backyard brawl and are one step closer to an EBC title.
The vibes are just immaculate right now.
And now Mr. Brightside. Great music choice again from these players, but going back to that swing, perfectly placed by KB. I do like the move to keep Wilkes over at third. Coach Graffis understands he could have sent them, but at the same time, you don't risk it. You let Bo do his thing. Or, if you see a passed ball, you let Trevin do his thing.
and Trevin, who is extremely fast. I mean, he's someone who ran track and field at middle school. I mean, he's a really, really fast. Also plays football. He's got the speed, but Bo Davis has the power.
This time taken in by the third baseman, and it's an easy force out at home. A nice turn there from Logan Smith for out number 2, but the bases will remain loaded, and Lincoln Reese will have another chance to do damage.
Before Bo Davis so rudely interrupted me, I was going to sing his praises and say how he has 2 home runs this season and is one of the other best hitters on this team. I mean, maybe just sneaking right behind this man, Lincoln Reese, who has proved himself today so far and looks to do it again in a big way with the bases loaded.
Underneath it, though, a high pop-up into left field. Walter is there from short and will make the grab. The inning is over. Brock Woods got him to pop up at the wrong time, and the freshman able to track it down quite easily. But Cam Burton with the bases loaded drives in 1 run to give the Aviators a 1-run advantage. To the top of the 3rd inning we go. It's the Aviators up 2-1 on Marlington in the backyard brawl.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Well, Cooper, during the break, I had one of my finest moments of the year, you could say. Going to drink some water from my circle, which, again, I absolutely love it, but just flung some citrus spray into my eye, and we're going to be calling this one 1.5-eyed from here on out, at least until it clears up. But back to the action we go in the top of the 3rd, as there is ball 1 to Brock Woods. I'm wearing blue in honor of Alliance today, and I have an orange drink in favor of Marlington.
That's where I was going to go. Is speaking of the citrus, Marlington wearing those beautiful black uniforms with the nice citrus little double pinstripes down the pants and the outlines on the jersey. I mean, I feel like everyone, I think baseball jerseys look the best. Like, they're the easiest to look good.
I love them too. And again, the cream jerseys that they wear at home are also great. But a 2-1 count on Brock Woods, who walked his first time up. And that time he fouls it back. 3, 4, and 5 here for Marlington. It's Woods, Baldwin, and Craddock. You need to get some hits. That's the key. You cannot rely on the free passes any longer. Or really at any point in the game. The 2-2, Woods, a good shot deep to left field. And that's what they were looking for. It's a solo shot for Brock Woods. And he will stare down that Alliance dugout. I can probably tell you what he said. Marlington is here. Wake up. He backed it up completely, Parker. I mean, oh, geez. I got nothing for you, Cooper, here. Of course, the big storyline was Parker Woods, as I was going to go, but there's a different Woods in town doing his thing. Oh, and here comes the chippiness.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't think that he liked that Brock turned towards the Aviator dugout and said something.
So he said, tell the Alliance fans to shut up, which I mean, I heard it loud and clear up here, but
once again, we talked about it. We thought Parker was going to be the main storyline to talk about today just based on everything, but when you talk that much and you back it up in 3 of the 5 conference series, that says something about who you are. And I'm sure Marietta is very happy to see him. And as a Mount Union fan, I'm not happy to see him going to Marietta. Not at all.
Oh yeah, with the arm talent that he has, and then the talent to do what he just did. I mean, that was a well hit ball, and he was talking all the way.
And of course, they just lost Austin Zychance to the transfer portal at Marietta, so they need a new arm to step up yesterday at this point. Count out 2-1 on Baldwin. Well, not an easy act to follow this entire game. It is going to be a very tough act to follow going forward. But this is what you get from the backyard brawl. You get the chippiness. You get the rivalry aspect. And sometimes there is plenty of love lost between these two teams.
Plenty, I would say. Maybe a little bit too much. Especially considering how close we are in proximity to each other. I know people who go to Marlington. I'm friends with them. But then as soon as you take it on the diamond or the gridiron or the hardwood, everything changes.
Baldwin way underneath it on the 3-2 pitch. It's Ganny, and he will grab it. Nice job tracking it down for out number 1.
Jackson Ganny, always one of the biggest defensive pieces here at first base for the Aviators. Always locking it down, always able to track down fly balls. I mean, he has just been, again, I think possibly the biggest standout sophomore on this Aviator squad.
Easily could be. I don't hate saying that he is, but at the same time, you do have to keep Trevin Wilkes in mind. Which at the beginning of the year, he was the one who wasn't even in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and then when they're shifting things around and he makes his way in there, that's when he starts to really make a difference on this team.
I want to call your attention to the scoreboard right now. 4 hits for Alliance, only 2 for Marlington.
One of those hits, though.
Yeah, long ball.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss there. But we were saying you cannot rely on the free pass, and I think Brock Woods took that one to heart.
Oh, yeah, he definitely took it to heart, and he took that ball yard.
And then some. The 2-1, a high chopper on a few bounces over towards Fisk. His throw low, but in time to Ganny for out number 2. For the Aviator defense, this is where you need to get out of the inning and give your offense a chance to answer.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get back to it as soon as possible. Obviously, you have a really strong offense, but you can't just rely on that, especially when Brock Woods is playing the way he's playing.
And, of course, on the mound, he is going to really need to lock it down, too. If he can do that, then this is a new game again. But, of course, this offense needs to get going a lot more than it already has. Cole Jones has a base hit, and then, of course, you have Brock Woods' home run. Just in the same way you can't rely on the free passes, you can't rely on one dude swinging the bat the way that he is, albeit one heck of a player. And the inning is over just like that, as there is Lincoln Reese to bring it in out in left center. But Brock Woods, he is that guy for Marlington, and he proved it again today. A solo shot for the Marietta commit. He now comes back onto the mound. A target on his back, a target on the Marlington Duke's back. Game now tied up at 2 in the bottom of the 3rd.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. As we keep it here on Brock Woods, what do you think is going through his mind, Cooper?
Well, right now, I think what's going through his mind is beat the Aviators. I mean, we talked about it already, but his trash talk so far in this game, in interviews and everything, he has been there, and obviously we know who he's going after, as these are the top 2 teams in the EBC. I think he only has one thing on his mind, and that's victory.
So Iki, Ganny, and Woods, 5, 6, and 7 here for the Aviators. On their end, how do you find momentum after allowing that big home run to Brock Woods? Not there, as it is half-heartedly swung foul.
You know, I think you just have to, again, it's all about rhythm. You have to get back into rhythm. How do you get into rhythm? Just get some, again, you don't need anything crazy. You don't have to answer Brock Woods with another home run off the bat. Just get some line drives out there, get the bats moving. And what we talk about so often is you have to attack early in the count. You look at, I mean, especially we saw it a lot against Massillon, if I remember correctly. Their pitcher had like 10 first pitch strikes, and nobody was swinging.
And, of course, they scored all those runs on pass balls. The 1-2 grounded over towards Smith at third, and his throw to 1 is true. A nice job there by the freshman Xavier Woods, getting out of the way just in time after catching it.
Now batting number 14.
That one could have gone
Jackson
south
Ganny.
very quick for the Marlington defense. And, I mean, I get you have to stretch, but you have to make sure you're not in the runner's way, as if you get barreled down, you're in a really bad spot. And I do think, though, it's really cool just to see those angles from the far side of Brock pitching, because Xavier Woods is his younger brother at first. It's not often you see a combination like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those fun things. And we talk about it so much, especially with local sports like this. The sibling duos in sports is always amazing.
It's incredible. It always is, no matter the level. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. And I know we saw it last night with Holy Name and lacrosse with the Rositsky family. And Matthew and Michael both playing the deep hole position. So forget 2 siblings, 2 guys playing in the same third of the field in lacrosse. Not often that you see that. And then, of course, you go to Tommy Anka, who was the main scorer last night for Holy Name. His older brother played lacrosse, just not with him back in the day. Ganny puts this one up the middle. Walder snags it at short, but there's no play. It's an infield base knock for Jackson Ganny. That was perfectly placed again, and that has been their calling card today.
Yeah, the Aviators, I mean, the placement on these have been absolutely fantastic.
And they need to keep it going here, as here comes Parker Woods. He got hit his last time up. So Woods versus Woods again. It is B. Woods right now, the bigger impact than P. Woods. Is that what you were expecting? Which, of course, the easy answer is no, with just the storyline of Parker this season. But at the same time, Brock, he gave himself a chance to be that guy, and now he gives his chance to the defense, and it'll be a fielder's choice. So Woods will reach. Walder, a nice snag again. He had a play that time. But is that what you expected?
Now batting number
You know, I can't say that is what I expected, but, I mean, in terms of the backyard brawl right now, you have to expect the unexpected. Like, it's always entertainment, but it's going to be a fun one today, and we're only in the bottom of the third.
And a tie game, no less. Lions chops it right to Brock Woods, and he will cap off an incredible inning. What a frame for him. Shuts down the Aviator offense, and on top of that, ties up the game with one swing of the bat. When we return, Warner, Hawthorne, and Jones do up 7, 8, and 9 for Marlington. It's the backyard brawl, and through 3, the spoilers are shared evenly 2-2. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Ben Warner steps in to begin the top of the fourth inning, a .316 average so far in the year. But today 0 for 1 with a pop out to Charlie Eakey at short. Marlington, though, back on the prowl, tying the game up last time out. And for the first time since the first inning, they want to have this one in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you look at the momentum, how it has really swung their way after that big Brock Woods homer. You have to think that everyone on this Marlington Dukes team is just energized, and they want a piece of the action as well.
And we saw plenty of people get a piece of the action with the chippiness after that home run. And I'm sure whichever team scores next, the chippiness will be only increased.
And again, that's just the way the energy is. It builds and builds and builds until either the game is out of reach or the game is over.
The 2-1 swing and a miss. Warner underneath it. Now my question is, which team enforces the first domino fall, meaning the pitching change? In the meantime, a good rope off of D'Lo's glove at seconds. That is what you need to do with a 2-strike count. Turn the other way on it. And Warner does just that for a leadoff base knock.
D'Lo almost had it, but like you said, off the glove there. Unfortunate for the Aviators. The Dukes, that's just what they want.
Going back to it, which team do you think will be that enforcer and force the game to its new level with that new pitcher? I'll go back to you again in a second here. Button down right to Bagheera, and he will flip to Ganny for out number 1, but a productive out from Hawthorne.
I think that based on the way that they're playing, Marlington is going to bring more pressure, and I think if any team makes that pitching change, unfortunately, it'll be Alliance first.
I would agree. Of course, Co would be the easy answer, but I think he'd come in the game for KB. KB would go pitch. Or do you get crazy and 2 days out of strep, bring on Bo Davis?
And again, with so much versatility on this roster, we've already seen so many people on the mound. There's so many ways that Coach Morrison, or I guess Coach Graffis, could go with the pitching change, but I think I like that KB pick. He's been really solid this whole year. I think you have to put him on the mound and put Cohen in for him.
And from what we saw on Monday, Co can catch still. Don't forget about that. It'll just be a question of where is the game at and how confident are you that a pitching change will win you this game. If you're not convinced, you don't waste an arm for tomorrow, because if you're Alliance, it's just like a tournament where you have 2 games to win the conference. Tomorrow's only necessary if you don't win today. Now, I'm not saying bring on D'Lo for the 7th inning and make it where he can't pitch tomorrow.
Right.
I'm just saying if you need somebody to come in and nail the game down, be absolutely sure that they can do just that. Bagheera's 1-1, left high and wide. For the Aviators in the bottom of the inning, it is Trevin Wilkes, D'Angelo Fisk, and Cam Burton 9-1 and 2 due up. So both squads in a very similar spot in the order. And that really shows just how close this game is. And that pitch could have been a strike, but dropped. Don't know if it was one of those that was close enough to get the call, but half the time when the catcher drops it.
Yeah, and you just hate to see that, because that would have given Brody Bagheera a really good opportunity to get a much-needed strikeout.
Instead of 3-1 count on the number 9 hitter. And he will drive this one up the middle and into center field. They will hold up the lead runner, Warner. And just like that, runners at the corners, 1 down, and it's the freshman Tyler Walder, a chance to make his first big impact on the backyard brawl. This is a game about backing up the media. Back up PBR here.
Yeah, I mean, my heart's beating like 200 beats a minute right now, near heart attack. I think something bad's going to happen to me, Smee.
Your pulse good?
I don't know. I got to check my Apple Watch. I don't know. But, no, in all seriousness, I mean, the tension is just building right now. And like you said, Tyler Walder, a huge opportunity to back it up. That's what this game is all about right now. Who's the real best in the EBC?
And in the city. The first pitch he sees will miss wide. Now, exactly what you're saying, I'll be filling tomorrow for Tri-C, as we'll be there 3 and 6 for the NJCAA Regional Tournament, and back again on Friday at 1 if necessary. And of course, it's still rivalry week. Brian and Stratton comes back. The 1-0 will miss. Going back to try C, they played Bryan and Stratton to close out the season, could play them 3 more times. It all of a sudden becomes a best-of-7 series as the series this year is tied 2-2. You look at it that way, there's a lot more pressure on Game 1, a.k.a. Game 5. The 2-0 again in the dirt. It's ball 3. If you walk Walder here, Smith has a chance. And then just look at my notes, Cooper, and tell the fine folks at home who's in the on-deck circle when Smith is up. Mr.
Well,
Brock Woods.
you know I'm number 33, yeah. Oh, goodness.
And we'll have that opportunity here. Bases are loaded. Coach Morrison is going to call time here. I think this is to settle him down, but is it out of the realm of possibility?
No, it's not. I mean, especially after a high-pressure moment like that, I can't say I feel the same as Brody right now, but
and they will make the call.
Okay.
As expected, it'll be Cam Burton coming on to throw from left, and Cohen Hendershot, he will make his way out to left field in his wake. So when we return, we will have a pitching change at Alliance High School. Bases loaded, 1 down, top of the 4th inning, potentially the tipping point in the backyard brawl.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
Number 17, Logan Smith.
Well, Cooper, the call to the bullpen has been made. It is Cam Burton on to try and settle it down to the top of the 4th inning. But this is where the scales can tip. We're going to go back to a metaphor that you coined back in the fall. The pendulum is swinging, but this is where it can lean orange.
Well, and here's what I think we all find really interesting is the pendulum swings towards KB, but right now, who's warming up for the Marlington Dukes?
Xavier Woods. An interesting one, just to give up his rap sheet real quick. 27 innings of work, 7 runs allowed, 5 of which were earned. 12 walks, 23 Ks, .130 ERA, 3-1, and 1 save. I know who he thought would start tomorrow, but now it appears to be Logan Smith more than anybody. Here's the 0-2, and it is just off the plates. And the Alliance dugout is not too happy, and I think Brock Woods in the on-deck circle, he is unfazed no matter what happens.
I think the Alliance dugout would have loved to see some ABS there.
And they will get some help. A pop-up over towards Parker Woods. There's the infield fly, and there is out number 2. Well, bases loaded, 2 down. Can the big man do it again?
I mean, the pressure again right now is absolutely piling on. But, I mean, we've already seen how he responds to pressure and how he answers the call, answers his own call, actually, and backs up the talk.
And he was going for it again. 0-1 the count.
I'll say
he's going to smile his way back to KB. They're laughing.
You can tell he wants that bad.
You have two great competitors here. This is going to be one of the most fun at-bats that we see all day. Now we're even again. That's the gamesmanship between these two. And you know, and I do too, KB plays with a smile, and so does Brock Woods.
Oh, yeah, and KB is one of those guys, and you really see it during basketball season. He's always getting the crowd hype. I mean, I remember at the end of the McKinley game, he was out there, he was doing dance moves, and he loves to have fun when he competes, and that's the beauty of it.
Woods partially on it, fouls it back. Count out 2-2.
I swear, if we get to a full count right here, I will, again, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to have a heart attack one of these days.
We have the paddles ready for you.
I need them.
KB's 2-2, swing and a miss, the side is retired. And Cam Burton silences Brock Woods. Two great competitors. KB gets the better of 33. That dugout is hyped.
Morrison said 6 is the boss.
Absolutely incredible from Cam Burton. And that is one of the most confident throwdowns from Bo Davis. We're at the halfway point, Cooper. Your heart rate going back down to normal. But these players, absolutely not. When we return, Wilkes, Fisk, and Burton 9-1-2 due up for the Aviators in the bottom of the fourth.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Two remains to score entering the bottom of the fourth inning. Cooper, what a backyard brawl this has been. We've seen some great ones over the past couple of years. I think of the ones that have aired here on SmeeSports, this one will take the cake.
I mean, absolutely, especially for one of the most competitive. You look at that last play that we saw, KB comes in for Brody Bagheera, strikes out another fantastic hitter. I mean, there are so many great players in this game today, but Brock Woods gets struck out after talking the talk to KB, and you heard it from the dugout, Coach Morrison. 6 is the boss.
Indeed he was. The 2-0, Wilkes, a grounder over towards second. Baldwin gets it cleanly, and it's over to Xavier Woods for out number 1. And back to the top of the order we go with D'Angelo Fisk.
I will say, the one thing for the Aviators, it doesn't matter if KB he's in his zone and the defense is flowing and everything is moving the way it needs to there. If you can't get the offense going, you can't score.
Exactly right. And right now, for Alliance, they need somebody to step up here. Of course, we've seen it happen a few times. And now Brock Woods, he has had enough of that arm guard. And it looks like Coach Graff will give it over to Coach Jones. A good sign of sportsmanship there. Always the accessories. The 1-0. Shin music and then some. Of course, we did see Xavier Woods warming up in the bullpen. You won't have to do much as a scorer to change who's on the mound if that change does happen. But I think right now, Brock Woods, as we said, he has no intention of coming out of this game.
No, this is a game, and you talk about the chippiness. This is a game that you want to finish. You want to be able to say that you finished it. Good hit there by D'Lo.
Deep play for Walder. On the money.
Wow.
Actually, no, it got dropped.
Oh.
But that throw was perfect.
That was a fantastic throw.
I think either way he beat it out, so now the question is, you call it a hit, and I believe Ray will. Yes, he will. We're going to go with the official score there. I do agree, I think he beat it, but Tyler Walder, he was hesitant to make those plays earlier on this season. He has become a lot more confident, and there's the replay. It did bounce in, and I think he did just beat it. But a great angle there from Cam Kegna in the Alliance dugouts.
We got all the great angles today. I mean, I think we've been very fortunate this baseball season to have the dugout cameras and the field cameras, and it's really just elevated, I think, our whole live streaming experience to a whole nother level.
And especially when we can only see pretty much to second base without having a gangster lean on over. And even there, you still can't see the right field pole, which came into effect with Anderson Alachi. KB, a shot into left field, right to Craddock and over his head. Extra bases for Cam Burton. He has done it again. D'Angelo Fisk will get sent home. Walder throws home. It's cut off. Fisk will score, and it's an RBI double for KB. Again, 6 is the boss.
Now batting.
I mean, if you are the Aviators, that is what the doctor ordered. That is exactly what they needed to happen. KB getting it going. The lead is back to the Aviators. 3-2. I mean, how about it?
I mean, that ball just kept traveling on a line initially, and then by the time it actually falls well behind Craddock. That big strikeout of Parker Woods, or rather that big strikeout of Brock Woods, excuse me, and then that RBI double.
And so that's where I was going, is now who's winning the battle? Brock Woods with the homer or KB with the strikeout on Brock and then coming back and hitting the double.
Speaking of hitting, Bo Davis gets hits, and he will take a few moments to walk on down the line. He's going to smile, and I think Brock Woods, that might do it for him on the mound today.
That was a little spicy.
And we'll see if this is going to be it or not here. And it will be. A quick snatch of the ball from Coach. And the Alliance dugout is going to serenade him off the diamond. So now the question is, do you put him at first? Do you move some pieces around? What do you do here? We'll find out when we return. Either way, the call to the bullpen has been made. But KB, once again, is the boss, putting Alliance up 3-2 on the Dukes.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
The call to the bullpen has been made, and there have been some defensive adjustments. As expected, Logan Smith will be staying at third. Brock Woods does the easy thing and goes to first as Xavier Woods comes on to throw.
And I think keeping Logan Smith at third is actually a really good decision. We've already seen him make some great defensive plays from over there tonight, and I think keeping him there is a good choice for the Marlington Dukes.
And now here comes Lincoln Reese. And you look down at third. A really deep setup here for Reese as there is strike 1. So Davis at first, KB at second. It's a 1-run game, and All it takes is one swing from Lincoln Reese to make this one really all Aviators. What do you think the approach is here? Is this going to be a swing for the fences approach, or is this going to be what we usually see as a contact swing that goes long? Like that one. It's a deep shot to left center field. He answers our own question, and it will drop and bounce over the wall. It's a ground rule double driving in KB.
Oh,
Again,
man.
Lincoln Reese provides for the Aviators, now 4-2.
That is what Lincoln Reese does. And let me tell you, my heart's racing again, but this time for me, it's good. I thought that was out of here, I can't lie. But, I mean, he hit it dead center, and Lincoln Reese just able to make things happen for the Aviators, now up 2.
That was an incredible swing.
Beauty. That was a beauty.
And now Charlie Iki with 2 runners in scoring position, as that'll be blocked by Williamson. But this game, again, now it feels like alliances, and with it, the conference.
The pendulum back and forth. You got Lincoln Reese RBI, Brock Woods homer, and then you get back KB. And now we're kind of sitting on that side, and I think hopefully the Aviators can carry the momentum a little bit more, as this is getting really intense.
And Iki will do just that. A beautiful rip into right center field. 1 run will score. Reese will come around 2 and easily scores. It's a 2 RBI single for Charlie Iki. The floodgates have officially opened. It is 6-2 Aviators. Lincoln Reese is fired up in the dugout, and as he should be, Charlie Iki again, a massive spark.
That's what I was going to say. How can you not be absolutely fired up right now? I mean, ecstatic. This is exactly how you respond to that Brock Woods homer. Aviators just walked into it, and right now, like you said, the floodgates are open.
Just incredible what has happened this inning. The Aviators have taken full control of this one with a 4 spot. And for the Dukes, they understand that their conference hopes are quickly dwindling.
Right now is where you have to get out of this inning, and then you have to respond. And again, the pendulum, you have to get the momentum going back on your side.
It's going to be easier said than done on the road, too.
Especially, it's a rivalry game. The fans are out. It is an intense environment. And let me tell you, the dugout is loud.
Iki, he will break for second on the delay and is there. Excellent hustle from Charlie Iki. Everything is going right for the Aviators in the 4th. Now for Ganny, 1 for 2. A chance to bring in a run on top of it. And a 3-1 counts. And he chases. Count now full, but either way, this is a very productive inning. Still only 1 down. And that was a lead-off ground out from Trevin Wilkes. And there is ball 4. Sens going back to the top of the order. Single, RBI double, hit by a pitch, RBI ground rule double, 2 RBI single, walk. Alliance has been clobbering the baseball and has shown excellent patience all the way around. And now a chance for Parker Woods against his old team again.
I think this is exactly what he needs to get himself going and get those, get the energy flowing, because I think it's been pretty uneventful for him, and I think with the pressure building right now, it's time for him to take action.
He has reached twice today, a hit by a pitch and a fielder's choice. Has also been perfect defensively. So again, he just wants to keep this going. A big addition in the offseason for this Aviator squad. And he delivers again. It's in the gap for extra bases. Welcome back, Parker Woods. That'll bring in Iki. Ganny will come around and score 2. It's a 2 RBI double. And Parker Woods says, miss me yet. 8-2 Alliance. And it just continues to snowball.
I jinxed 2 of them, and then I come out here and we talk about Lincoln Reese. Big play by him. We talk about KB, Six's boss, and then Parker Woods. He does take action in a big way. The floodgates, like you said, are absolutely open right now.
I'll pose the question, which Woods has had a bigger impact today, Parker or Brock? In the meantime, a long throw, Smith to Woods in time at first for out number 2. But Parker now at third. And we go back to where we started this inning with Trevin Wilkes.
Now batting
But back to the question, which Woods has had the bigger impact? And I think now it goes back to your buddy Parker.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a tough call, but I think right now Parker Woods has made a bigger impact on this Aviators team, and I think a bigger impact to the box score rather than Brock Woods' single homer.
And 0-1 count here on Trevin Wilkes. A chance to drive in another run. Already 6 this inning. But Wilkes way underneath it. Slices it foul. For Marlington next inning, it's Baldwin, Craddock, and Williamson. 4, 5, and 6 due up. And they are going to need some offense from somewhere. The 1-1, Wilkes will take it for strike 2, or rather, that was an 0-2, and the inning's done there.
Oh, okay.
So on 3 pitches, that'll set back Wilkes. Strikeout number 1 today for Xavier Woods, but it does not matter. A 6th spot for the Aviators, now sitting at 11 hits on the afternoon. This is Alliance's ball game to control. This is their conference to control. Through 4, 8-2, Aviators on top.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Matt Baldwin steps in to lead it off here, Cooper. But we have a new game on our hands, it feels like. What a turnaround for the Aviators, plating 6 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a whole different game. That is a monumental lead, and that's something that I think the Dukes, they have to take that into account and make some changes, especially offensively, because this Aviators offense is a tough one to match up with.
And that has been a clear fact today. Ground ball, Iki, Ganny, 1 down. And they just continue to mow down batters. Again, the hit discrepancy, 11-4 now. And you look at the conference, 7-1 Aviators. They can go to 8-1 today. Marlington would fall to 6-3. And from there, because Carrollton's going to wrap it up, if Alliance wins tomorrow, Carrollton will finish 2nd in the conference after all, after starting 1-3.
Wow.
They won out as right now they're up by 1 at Minerva, but as the home team due to field conditions. But we'll see how that one plays out. Just an interesting EBC season. I think we expected Marlington after that first week to be competitive. Minerva came out of nowhere. But of course now is out of conference contention. The 2-0, a good rip into center field and down. A little spark here from Caden Craddock. And that'll bring us to Lucas Williamson. The Dukes had to start somewhere, and they found at least a little piece of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just getting that start is all you need, and it just takes a little bit more to open those floodgates. I think we all know who Marlington wants to open the floodgates, and someone who has done a great job of, offensive output today. But as last time we saw him, KB shut down Mr. Brock Woods.
And it looks like there's going to be some movement in the pen for Marlington. Kind of what we'd expect as this ball is flown into center field and caught by Reese this time for out number 2. A strong swing from Williamson, but directly to the center fielder. And Lincoln Reese continues his strong defensive day. And looking at the pen, that appears to be Landon Hawthorne. So potentially we will see him very soon as he threw a little bit. The question is, do you bring him on immediately? The reason why you would is to save Xavier for tomorrow, but if the conference is no longer achievable, tomorrow just becomes another game to prepare you for the playoffs. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think that's how you have to you kind of have to treat things like that. I know that's how we tend to run things at track is you have these Tuesday meets. It's just you and another team. Those aren't automated times. They're hand times. It's just another day for you to get better and have a race environment. I think that's where, if you're out of conference contention, just tune up. Get everything figured out.
Of course, the playoff draw is coming up very soon, and both teams want to put a few more good games on tape before it, as if East Canton and Columbiana after it. This one, though, will fall in center field. It's a 2-out base knock for Warner. And that'll bring us to Hawthorne. And I did misspeak. That was Tuslaw on the 9th. Columbiana is the 12th. But still some games still coming out this week, so you have to keep your pitching in order. And that could mean some guys who typically don't pitch get to. But, of course, this is game number 1 this week, as yesterday was canceled. But a chance for Hawthorne to bring in at least one as he swings and misses there. You have to find one. At least one, if not two, get you back in this game. KB's 0-1, fouled back. And I think the Aviators are starting to get to a point where they are all of a sudden in the mindset of 7 outs away. And then 6, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think they have, especially after that last inning where they opened it up, got that 6-run lead. I think that's been a big mindset changer for them.
But this one is put into center field again. Lincoln Reese this time is there. He has been crucial down the stretch this inning, getting the final 2 putouts to retire the side. No damage done by the Marlington Nukes in the top of the 5th. To the bottom of the inning we go. Alliance looking for some more insurance when we return. Already up 8-2.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
Welcome back to Alliance High School, bottom of the 5th inning. 8-2. What an inning last time out, of course, for the Alliance Aviators. But they still have some work to do.
Yeah, obviously, you still have to finish the game out strong. Just those 6 runs isn't going to cut it. Obviously, this is a hungry Marlington team. We know how Brock Woods feels about this game. He already went yard once, but I think he's not out of it until the game's over.
And, of course, if Alliance scores 4 here, the game would be done. And D'Angelo Fisk, a strong start, puts this one down in right center. He's thinking 2. He will cruise there and is there. What could have easily become a single turns into a double. That is just the hustle of D'Angelo Fisk.
And we know he has the speed. We've all watched him in soccer. He's a shifty little guy, and he just rounds that first base, gets to second, and that's exactly how the Aviators want to continue this momentum into the bottom of the fifth.
And I think what happened was that ball was just simply overran by the center fielder, cutting off the right fielder, and then from there, by the time it got back to him, there was really no way to get that one through. Now, if you let that ball fly through without the cut, maybe you get him, but do you risk that there? I don't know. Marlington, I believe, they really did not even think about letting that one through, unless it was perfect. Okay, now 1-1. Maybe the man who figured it out completely for Alliance. 3 for 3 today, KB.
He's been the game changer.
A strong grounder over towards short. Walter's throw is just in time.
Fantastic throw there. I mean, off of 1 foot. That was nasty work.
Tyler Walter again has become more confident as the season has gone on. He is going to be a star over the next couple of years.
Yeah, that was a beauty. I mean, like, wow.
And as well, healthy Cam Evanich. Marlington is going to be good in football with that tandem. Now back to Bo Davis we go as the first pitch will miss low. But 12 hits today for Alliance. They have been swinging the bats quite well. Hawthorne's 1-0. Davis puts this one into right field, and it will be caught. A nice sliding grab for the out, but D'Angelo Fisk will advance to third. So 2 down now this inning, as that'll bring us right back to Lincoln Reese.
You know, I'm going to be quite honest. Obviously, I'm sitting down. I'm running the scoreboard. I can't see anything basically in right field. All I saw was that ball fly off of Bo's bat, and again, my heart rate just elevated again. I was like, oh, my goodness, Bo Davis. But, you know, obviously, listening to you, unfortunate. But, obviously, a productive out. D'Lo now on third. Good chance for Lincoln Reese.
Once again, 2 for 3 today. 2 RBIs, as he has 1 on the double. Could have brought in 2 if that would have actually stayed inside the park. And it definitely would have. And now time called as Hawthorne will step off. But you look at all these RBIs today, there have been so many for so many different guys. Just to go down the RBI list, KB has 2, Lincoln has 2, Iki has 2, and Parker Woods has 2. So the offense has been equally divided among those 4 guys. Now Lincoln Reese can set that out of rhythm here with a base knock. And I'm sure he wouldn't mind that along with the rest of his teammates. But for Marlington, the question is, can they get the offense going again? And KB, he has been locked down. Can you get through him? He might be very close to finding out if they can or not, as the count is 2-2. If Reese does his thing, it'll turn over to Charlie Iki. Here's the 2-2. It's off the plate, and we are full. But a 6-run advantage for the Alliance Aviators. Last home game of the EBC stretch, and they could also walk out of here with a conference title. Here's the payoff pitch. Reese gets a piece of it. A weak chopper over towards third. Smith will toss it, and he is going to get him. What a throw from Smith. The full extension, not enough for Lincoln Reese, and the inning is over. Well, watch it back on the replay here as that ball is close.
Yeah.
But Lincoln gave everything he had to try and get there. Just incredible hustle, as it looked like initially he was dead in the water. I mean, it's close, but I think they did just get him. A nice stretch again from Brock Woods. But to the 6th we go. Score remains 8-2.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
To the sixth inning we go in the backyard brawl. What a day it has been for the Alliance Aviators, up 8-2. But still some room for Marlington to respond. You have Jones here, and then back to the top of the order you go.
Especially when you look at the offensive conduit that is Brock Woods. What he brings to the table for the Marlington Dukes is just absolutely out of this world. And again, I just don't think if he's on the roster, you can't count the team out of the game.
I'd have to agree. The 1-1 sharp grounder, a deep play for D'Angelo Fisk to make, but he makes it happen. 1 up, 1 down. His defense, outstanding.
Honestly, everyone for Alliance today, has been really good.
Strong defense all the way around. You look at the scoreboard, no errors for either team, but 18 combined hits. And we saw very few in the first.
You have that strong defense, and then you just allow the even debatably stronger offense to take the charge in a game like this, at least, and they're making great things happen.
Now for Tyler Walter, he wants to walk for a 4th time today. And a 2-0 count to do it. There's strike 1, but has he swung today?
Yeah, I think he has.
I think maybe once he has swung.
I think he swung on 1 pitch.
And there it is again, as he will get on top of it. Just needs to direct that one a little bit better. Count out 2-2 on the shortstop. And he will poke this one again over towards D'Angelo Fisk. The last guy you want to put that ball towards. It's 2 up, 2 down. And the magic number now sits at 4 for the Alliance Aviator defense. So close to getting out of here with the EBC crown in hand. They won it back in 2024, did not win it last year. Carrollton won it in 2025. And a chance to bring it home in 26. But they'll have to wait. It's a dead ball. Smith does get hit.
Looked like it just hit his jersey.
And that'll bring back up Mr. 33.
But the jersey is the extension of a player, so.
Already one battle between these two. And that was the catalyst for Alliance's 6 runs. What do you think happens here?
I don't know, but I think it's going to be real fun.
Again, maybe the best and most fun battle to watch. And that time it's fouled back. But already a weird dynamic because, again, when that swing and a miss happened, we thought, okay, Alliance might score 1 or 2, not 6.
Yeah, I think they took that strikeout and ran with it.
And now it's an 0-2 count as Woods will foul it away. In the bottom of the inning for Alliance, it's Iki, Ganny, and Woods. Time locally 6:27. And that pitch will miss high.
Right now, KB, I think all the pressure really is on him to repeat what he already did once and strike out the big man, Brock Woods. And he will do it. Man.
Cam Burton, back-to-back punch-outs against Brock Woods. His only 2 today, and the inning is over. And, going back to last inning, we're getting a photo of the dive from Lincoln Reese. He beat the ball. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, that's controversial.
A tough one, but we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Last ups for Alliance, barring any madness here at Alliance High School.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Charlie Eakey steps in to lead it off in the bottom of the 6th inning. You can feel the excitement now, Cooper. The anxiety has turned into excitement for the Alliance Aviators. 3 outs away defensively from winning the Eastern Buckeye Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with you. I got to tell you, after Brock Woods hit that homer, I was feeling like Genuine because I was so anxious. But now, you have to think the Aviators are on top of the world with a 6-run lead.
And already a good day for the Aviators, softball-wise, taking down Carrollton 4-1. Eakey, a shot into center field and down. Hit number 13 this evening for the Aviators. Is this the best that they have hit all season?
It's got to be up there.
They have been dominant. Eakey now 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And again, the RBIs are equally distributed across 4 players. KB, Lincoln Reese, Charlie Eakey, and Parker Woods. And now Ganny, a good swing over towards third. Smith offers for a second. They didn't get him. Everywhere, they miss.
Wow.
A failed fielder's choice. Time is now called. And I think Coach Jones is going to go and have a word with the field umpire.
Oh.
I mean, that is a tough call to make, but
I think of all the ones to be upset about, the Aviators had, I'm not going to go there, but.
And that'll just be a failed fielder's choice.
Yeah.
So no hit and no nothing. Just a failed fielder's choice. And again, Parker Woods, he wants another. He's not satisfied with 2 RBIs. Can you blame him?
I mean, in a game like this, you have to be hungry for more.
And here could be the swing. Instead, Walter gets it to second for 1. And back at first, it's in time. So it's the exact opposite. It's a 6-4-3 double play for outs 1 and 2. A great response all the way around from Marlington's defense.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, to be able to put together the exact opposite of what just happened, I mean, that's something that you have to value is, again, being able to respond in the face of adversity.
And now here comes Gage Lyons, runner at third, 2 down. And he'll get backed out for ball 1. In the top of the inning, Baldwin, Craddock, and Williamson. 4, 5, and 6 due up. Last hopes for Marlington's offense. Lyons strong grounder through into right field. It'll be an RBI single for Gage Lyons. Make it 9-2 Aviators. He is the 5th unique scorer today. The hits have been plentiful for the Alliance Aviators, up to 14.
Wow. I think if they can sneak, if they can sneak any more in there, this is definitely the most dominant hitting game that they have had. I think no question.
They've hit the ball quite well. They're seeing it really well out of the hand. And that has helped them quite a bit. A 1 count here on Trevin Wilkes. And he will poke this one right towards Coach Graffis, and he easily picks that one up.
You got to make that play.
He always will. Or he thinks he will. He will.
Yeah, that's Coach Graff for you.
We'll give Graffis the credit this time.
I think that the day that he can't make a coaching fielding play, I think that might have to be the day that he hangs it up.
And there is the swing and miss from Wilkes. The side is retired. First strikeout today for Landon Hawthorne, and the inning is over. 3 outs separate the Alliance Aviators from the EBC crown. 9-2 your score as we enter the top of the 7th inning at Alliance High School.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers, along with Channel 1022, for making today's telecast possible. 3 outs to go. 3 outs to an EBC title. 3 outs to a backyard brawl win. What a night for the Alliance Aviators.
Absolutely. And you look at what they faced earlier in the game. Brock Woods, a huge homer. I kind of thought we would see a little more from him today, especially after, the things that he was saying, or the things that he was saying in interviews and the kind of vibes that he was giving. But at the end of the day, KB, I think, has been the catalyst of this all after he got that first strikeout. And then, it just took off from there.
And don't forget about Parker Woods and his revenge game. He's played in a few so far, his 4th game back against Marlington. 2-1 entering play today with a basketball sweep. Wants to make it 3-1 here. And now 2 outs away from doing just that. But make sure you do stick with us after our final commercial break, as we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. On Alliance's side, we pretty much told you the recipe for success. That leaves us 4 guys, each with 2 RBIs, up for player of the game. Sharp grounder, D'Angelo Fisk at second. Easy throw to 1. And just like that, Marlington is down to their final out, and the Aviators are 1 out away from securing the Eastern Buckeye Conference title. Lucas Williamson, the last man standing for the Marlington Dukes. This city is ready to support their own.
And that's the difficulty of it for me, is that, again.
Ooh, he came up lame after the play.
Oh, no.
It looks like his hamstring.
Oh, man.
That's brutal. I believe that was Craddock running through the bag. Well, that's just one of those that's so unfortunate.
And here's the that double-edged sword that is a rivalry game, where you have these moments, high energy, high intensity, and then a moment like this where you have to settle down, and it hits you in the feels a little bit.
You got to feel for him here. He gave it his all running down that line. But, of course, that's kind of in our blind spot of we really can't see down there.
Yeah.
When Coach Jones came out and nobody was saying anything, I figured it was something along those lines. Just never want to see it for anybody, no matter the level. Hopefully he'll be okay and ready to go again for tomorrow, or, as we say, at least just healthy to go on.
Right. It stinks that had to come right at the end of such an exciting game, kind of bringing us back down to a more, like we were at a 9 or a 10. That kind of settles it in a little more.
Definitely does. The 1-0 will connect. Count 1-1 on the catcher, Williamson. If the game were to continue, it is Ben Warner in the on-deck circle. High pop-up into shallow center field. This could do it. It's Lincoln Reese. And just like that, the Alliance Aviators are Eastern Buckeye Conference champions. 9-2 your final. And there is the mob just beyond the mound. It's a full-on pile-up for the Aviators. They have earned this one, getting their 2nd title in 3 years.
I think KB's not going to be okay after that. There's too many people on top of him.
I mean, he got absolutely mobbed right there. This team, they have been waiting for this moment. They knew they had something special to begin. And the celebration has begun at Alliance High School as there is the confetti. What a win for the Alliance Aviators. All brought about by a 6-run 4th inning.
Thank you for coming.
And here comes the handshake line. These guys are rivals, but when it's all said and done, they are going to shake hands. They're going to go laugh about this one later. But one side is going to celebrate tonight. The other will get back to the lab. I mean, what do you think is going through their minds right now? After all they went through last year, those tough defeats to Carrollton, the game being split between 2 days, some calls going against them, but this year, the confetti flies at Alliance High School again.
You know, I think if you're Alliance, this year, this is honestly something that some of these guys are used to. You look at the basketball players, I mean, this is exactly what they expected to happen. They win the EBC in basketball. I mean, a guy like Cam Burton,
Here come the cartwheels.
all he does is win, 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 no matter what. I mean, just an exciting night all around. I think everyone is happy.
9-2, your final. We'll wrap it up when we return to Alliance High School and announce our player of the game, presented by SmeeSports, as you are watching OHSAA Baseball, presented and in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
It is party time at Alliance High School. 9-2, your final. The Alliance Aviators win. And to give homage to the late, great John Sterling, the Aviators win. Your player of the game presented by SmeeSports. He struck out 3-3. He was the boss. He gave the Aviators a lead they didn't look back from. He is the big man coming in from McKinley 2 years ago, Cam Burton.
Yeah, I mean, KB, he is just a joy to be around, a joy of a player in any sport. He's a 4-sport athlete, you guys. He's great on the gridiron. He's a fantastic basketball player. Stark Sports Coverage named him the most improved player as of this year in the end of the year awards. And not to mention, baseball is his best sport out of all of that. I mean, the performance that he had today was absolutely spectacular.
And you can just see the confetti on the field right here. This Aviator team has earned it. Just talk about everything they've gone through to get here. A lot of tough nights. Of course, after last year, feeling hard done by. To come back out and respond the way they did, it's impressive.
Especially after losing so many seniors. I mean, last year's team, there were so many spectacular players. You have guys like Ben Craig, Michael Blackwell, all key pieces of the team that are no longer here, but you have so many guys stepping up in big ways. Great sophomores, transfers from Marlington like Parker Woods, who had a fantastic revenge game tonight. All in all, what has come together for this Aviator team, all the things that they have overcome, it is just absolutely miraculous to see them where they are, and it's amazing watching them succeed. That's the beauty of it all.
And even Big K's getting involved with the celebrations.
Oh, yeah, everybody's on the field right now. We already saw J.R. Jackson running around with a confetti popper. Tajay was down there making trouble as he normally does. Kavion and, you know, the youth. It's just a great environment here.
All the way around the Aviators. They earned this one tonight, 9-2. 5 players with an RBI, 4 of which have 2. They earned this one. They improved to 14-5 on the year, and for the second time in 3 years are your Eastern Buckeye Conference champions. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. Tomorrow, we continue rivalry week in such a big way. NJCAA Division II Region 12 tournament play in round 1. It is the Tri-C Triceratops hosting the Bryant and Stratton College Bobcats. Should be a great one. 3 p.m., 6 p.m. first pitches on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. If necessary, we'll also be there on Friday at 1 p.m. for Game 3. And after that, either way, at 6:30, we will have Holy Name versus NDCL Baseball at Ron Model. Then we're right back there Saturday morning to round out the week with Holy Name and Kenston Baseball, followed by Monday and Tuesday next week. It is the Parma Holy War, officially wrapping up our rivalry schedule this year. Holy Name Padua Baseball, first at Padua, second at Ron Model Field. But we'll save that for then, and we will leave you with the scenes here at Alliance High School. What a win tonight for the Aviators, 9-2, knocking off their neighbors and sealing the Eastern Buckeye Conference crown. For Cooper Fontaine, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from AHS, and we will see you again next time. This has been OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Thank you all again for tuning in, and as always, we will see you again next time.